Hello, this is kaiju Media, and today I'm going to be doing the X Plus Large Monster Series 25 centimeter Gomora from Ultraman 1966, the original. And I'm not gonna give you guys a review because I'm sure you guys, well, there's probably no reviews on this guy, but I did one just recently on Instagram. If you wanna go visit kaiju Media, we're on Instagram. And also, by the way, of course, we're on Facebook, kaiju Media group on Facebook. If you'd like to join, all you have to do is send an request to join. Check out the group. I think I'll probably do a video about the group in a later video because I wanna put it out there because I'm trying to grow this group and it's not easy, especially when things happen. All right, so I'm gonna get to this. What I want to talk about really with this figure, I did the review. If you want to check it out on Instagram, is I just want to talk about just what I like about it and what the history I know about it. So this figure is it's a two-part episode in Ultraman 1966, Ultraman Hayata. So it's actually known as he's the Prince of Monsters or the Prince of Kaiju, and he has a very broad history in the Ultra series, especially more recently, where he's actually in a monster capsule, and he actually helps the self-defense force, the Earth Defense Force. There's so many different variations in the Ultra series here from to Subaraya Ijai to Subaraya Productions. So and I really like this figure a whole lot, but it's not I'm not saying it's a bad figure because anything from X Plus is good. It's really good. So, but what I love about this figure is this is something one I've always wanted. This is like the kaiju, there are several Ultra Kaiju I want to get my hands on one of these days, including the Red King. But there's several different variations of Gomora in the series, and I love superhero Gomora when he's fighting Red King and a lot of the other Kaiju that are on there. There's so many. Once you get into a different line, it's under the same line of X Plus, it's a whole different universe in itself. But let's look at the box artwork. I love the box artwork. This is my first official Garage Toy Soft Vinyl figure from X Plus. I love the box artwork. This is a Ultraman. It says right here, Japanese also 1966 to 1996 collection. And here is that. I love how that little branding they got there. To Subaraya Productions. To Subaraya. And it says here Ultraman. It's pretty cool. I know it's just a box, but it's like a big deal to me. Because you can see the Ultraman logo right there too. It's such a big deal to me because this is a way of life. If I could that's another video for another time. But as far as my first memory of watching Ultraman, it's such a memorable experience for me because I was going over. I think my mom, we were going over to visit these people. They were good friends of my mother, or if my memory serves me correct, that was the first time I was exposed to Ultraman, and it was the original one with Ultraman Hayata. And I saw this amazing kaiju in that the time I would want to go over there because we couldn't afford. We had we lived in a condominium. We had a pretty big apartment. I think it was a 3-bedroom, but I had to wish that my mom would go over there so I could go watch Ultraman because we didn't have cable. This was back in 1982. So it's a pretty long time ago, and that was like the first time I was exposed to Ultraman, and it wasn't a little bit years later that I would find out that Ultraman was actually related to Godzilla, and and so that it put an even bigger smile on my face. And this figure is probably, I get a lot of memories from this guy, including Red King. And there's so many different kaiju. So what I love about this figure is the sculpt, the face, and the eyes. That's my favorite thing about it. It looks fantastic. It looks lifelike. I mean, because this is Suitmation. Suitmation is very this is a revolutionary technique that was made famous by Toho Studios and Tuba Tsuburaya Productions. So it's very you could the kaiju suits back in those days were not very good. I mean, what I'm saying, they were not lifelike. So this is about as lifelike as you can get as far as this figure goes. But I know he came back in a bunch of different variations. I remember somebody on Godzilla and Kaiju Collectors group and Facebook told me that he showed me another 25 centimeter Gomora, but it was an upgraded one with more spikes. Looks a lot meaner than this one. A little bit more badass than this one. This one is, I honestly think he's extremely badass because a lot of Ultraman Kaiju can be pretty cheesy and they're not very, they use pretty much, it's like a kitchen sink approach, kind of like how Marvel does. Like they'll create Kaiju just the way Marvel creates any super villain or superhero. As far as they sometimes the stuff they come up is pretty stupid and very cheesy, but what I love, that's what you expect, growing up with on this stuff, you're gonna see a lot of cheesiness, a lot of really badass moments, a lot of really cool moments. And so I remember the episode that Ultraman chops off his tail, he uses one of his kind of like one of his spacium, not a spacium ray, but he uses. I'm trying to remember what that they're kind of like laser blades, kind of like the way the Predator uses to, whatever it hits, it'll destroy, it'll chop off any limb or any head. So that's what happens in that episode. It was it was a 2-part episode, and Ultraman loses to him in the beginning of the episode, in the first 10 or 15 minutes of the episode. So it's really, this is what I love. It's, for me, it's memory. For me, it's my childhood. That's what it means to me. This is what this guy means to me a lot. So, I finally own him. I had to wait months and months and months for this guy. So, because he's straight. I got him at Hobby Search, and you guys know the order on Hobby Search. Great service there. It takes long, especially we have a coronavirus going here still. So this figure means a lot to me. It's very kind of like a personal thing as a child, being watching Ultraman for the first time. I saw Godzilla. That's for a different video, but I was younger when I saw Godzilla, so I saw Godzilla first, and later on I would find out that Ultraman and Godzilla are made by the same creator that made many of Toho and Tuba Tsuburaya Productions. Ijai Tsuburaya is the ultimate, the godfather of Godzilla, the godfather of Ultraman. So it's a big deal. This is all right. I'm just gonna do a little figure comparison here with another 25 centimeter figure. Here's my PX exclusive garage toy Orga, 25 centimeter, and you can see he's a little bit taller. Actually, a little bit taller than Orga. He's a little bit taller to him, actually. So, but Orga looks pretty massive next to him. He's a little bit bigger than him as far as the body's concerned. But Gomora is actually a little bit taller than him with the horns also. But when you see the hump, that big, huge, where the ship is at, so he's actually about the same height as him. It's just he's not really eye level, as you could see. So this is a great comparison. All right, I'll show you guys a 30 centimeter figure next to it. Those of you that don't own these, because I know there's a lot of people that know about X Plus, but this is for you fans that are not familiar with X Plus. And here's a 30 centimeter. He's actually 28 centimeters, but I should have brought my Mecha Godzilla up here. That's a true 30 centimeter figure. But this is what they look like together. They look pretty awesome, and then Godzilla 84 obviously towers over him All right, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just like a. If you guys want to check out my full review for this guy, go on to Kaiju-tastic Media's Instagram page. Go check us out. Show your support. Join if that would be awesome. I would appreciate it. And go to our Facebook. So okay, this is. By the way, my name is Louis, or you could call me. My friends used to call me Lou Dog. Yeah, man, that's funny. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day and stay kaiju-tastic.